have this order I have to ship out. I got 2 yesterday. And I had one with some roller skate accessories that goes to California, which is really cool. And so I had some ready. They were a longer set, and I offered her the free upgrade, and she was just thrilled to bits over that. Because I always ask them first, you know. Because I had some that were already made that were a little bit longer, but she was really excited about it. So that was really super neat. But they can always adjust it when, you know, they get it. But anyway, so it almost looked like the brand new Ford Bronco right there. I don't know that I would buy one though. What is that thing? It looks like a Jeep. Looks like some kind of Jeep. But anyway, so hello there. So I wanted to go ahead and ship, even though it's holiday and they're closed. The bank and the post office is closed. Repeat Street. This is supposed to be a really good secondhand store. One of my co-workers likes to go there a lot, and they'll fix stuff. So if you have broken stuff, they'll accept it and they repair it like the old Goodwill used to do. But anyway, so I got this order ready, and I thought, you know, I'm going to go ahead and ship it out right away, because I try to when I can, because it just gets the customer faster, especially this one is going to California. Even though the post office is closed, they're still there working. And they do deliver 7 days a week for Amazon and stuff, so there's usually a worker there. So I go to the Mary Esther post office, and this is not the first time this has happened. Hello, hello. So I go there, and the darn automated postage machine is not working. Because I don't always take my orders to the post office. I do not print out labels. I'm kind of scared of that, because you have to put your credit card in on it. So anyway, I went up to the darn machine, and it's not working. And that's happened probably 4 times. And of course, you know, with them closed, they're not going to service thing unless you catch somebody who walks out in the lobby and let them know. But while I was there, UPS came and post office trucks were coming in and out, so, you know. But anyway, so I was so bummed. What happens is the screen will say touch screen, and then it doesn't do anything. And they have something where they put a key in it, turn it, and they clear it, and it starts over. I've seen them do it. So anyway, I'm like, no. So I have to drive to the Fort Walton post office. So I go over here to this Fort Walton post office, and guess what? I go in there, the machine is working. And so let me straighten this camera out just a hair, level it out. Hey, what's going on? How are you doing, my friend? I'm playing the post office game today. It's like tag you're it. So anyway, I go over to this Fort Walton post office to go ship this big envelope out of roller skate accessories, and it goes to California, and the machine works, but I have to wait because there's a lady that doesn't understand how to use a machine, and she wants a bunch of postage stamps, and the machines do not sell you postage stamps. Here's a bozo that's walking across the street, and it says don't walk. But anyway, so she's like all confused. This girl orders 20 postage stamps, and she was mad because all it gave her was Xerox copies that you stick on the envelope, because that's what it says, pre-printed postage, when you use that machine. So, and it's handy, instead of waiting in line, you know, you can ship stuff out, but you have to watch the prices, because it'll jack you on the price and force you to send everything priority, which is like 4 times the price. So anyway, I'm waiting on her. She's having a hissy fit, this older gal. She ordered 20 postage stamps, and the thing takes forever to print it out. And it's print out each single one, and then it stops, and then it starts again, and it just keeps going and going and going. And she goes, "Where's the stamps?" I said, "That's it. Like it says on the thing, pre-printed postage. Got to work on the computer computer, fixing cables, right on. So, I love to work on computers. I do. I just don't repair laptops, but I can troubleshoot them. I just don't open them up, except to put, like, RAM in. But anyway, so, she finally gets done. She's pretty gripey mad. She doesn't understand why I gave her little Xerox copies. And I said, well, you can still use them. I said, they're just little Xerox things you stick on there. And I said, that's usually what it is, because that machine, prints labels. It doesn't sell postage stamps. I don't think anybody sells postage stamps anymore. They used to have the old machines and they jacked the price up, in the stores. The little machine stands on the post with the levers on it. But the problem is they were jacking up the price of it higher than the post office, and it was a federal offense because you can't charge more than the post office for postage. So those were kind of eliminated. But anyway, so I get up there and I go to ship this envelope out, and it's not going to give me a tracking number as an envelope. So I have to re-enter it as a package. And it won't pick up the dimensions because it's an envelope. So I have to hand enter the dimensions, which are, it has measuring stuff on there. And I'm like kind of guessing at the thickness, because it's not totally flat, because it's got those skate pieces in there. And so I back it all out, start over, run it as a package, because I really need that tracking number. When you're shipping commercially, you've got to have a tracking number. You will regret it if you don't. And because it shows proof of shipping and delivery. So anyway, look at the funny rims on this vehicle. Usually when you drive by here, there's a bunch of food trucks here for a Greek place or something. It's probably people own that restaurant over there in the Fort Walton, Shalimar area. But anyway, so I get the tracking on it, so it changes from $2.20 postage to $5 postage, which is okay, I guess. But it's just, shipping is so high now, it's just insane. And you get the free tracking number, so that works out perfect for me. So I go ahead and print that out. Stick it on the envelope, and guess what? The package thing won't open, it's locked. You keep pulling on it, and it's locked. It's a rolly thing. And when it locks up like that, I found out a couple post office visits ago that when it locks up like that, means it's over full, and an attendant needs to take the card out and put a fresh card in, because they're not going to accept any more packages. And so, and of course, post office is closed today, except they're there, but it's just when I get around to it. But anyway, so I go to the envelope place, and it won't fit in the hole. So then I go to the other thing that's a little bit bigger hole that will fit it or something, and go to open the door. It says for out of town mail, so that qualifies. I would say California's out of town from Florida. So I go to try to open it. That sucker's locked because they're over full. I'm like, no, but I got the postage. That's the trick. So now I gotta drive back over to the other post office and see if I'm gonna be able to shove this in a door somewhere so that I can get it shipped out. Because usually they only come one time a day to pick up the mail to ship out. So, and I think they still do it like every day. So, hoping that they'll sort it and get it in the delivery thing. I should have done it earlier, but I just got it packed up. I just want it in the post office where it's ready to roll, no matter when it does. And I want to send the tracking number to the lady, because I don't send any tracking numbers unless I'm actually shipping it out. I'm so tired of Amazon. They are so bad now. I'll send you a damn tracking number with pre-printed postage, and they don't ship. I still have that shoe that they did pre-printed postage on that never shipped from Amazon, and I ought to look it up to see what happened to that, because I'm getting messages from it was UPS or FedEx, whatever they used to ship it with, about that order. So, I had one time I ordered on eBay and a guy entered some tracking number that was going to New York and Chicago and then showed delivered, and it was like, dude, I'm not in New York or Chicago. Why? Because he entered an old tracking number or a different tracking number just to fake me out so he could get his payment at payment time and then ship me later and then try to change the tracking number. But, and I got in a battle with that guy because, as a matter of fact, I never got the item. And I ordered 2 Playboy jackets. They were like supposed to be leather or something, and I ordered 2 of them from the guy, and I never got them. And I was having trouble believing they were even real because I'd never seen any that looked like that. And so I never got them, and I fought on PayPal and eBay forever, and the guy was like, they were delivered. I'm like, how are they delivered when I don't live in Chicago? You put a bogus tracking number up. And we went round and round and round. Now, I don't think I ever got my money back on that one. But you know how PayPal is. It's supposedly better now because it's a different owner apparently. Like, that was real effective. Here's a guy from Mississippi. They decided they were going to pass me in one lane. And this is a mess today. People are stopping instead of driving through like they're supposed to. They're like totally baffled. It's a merge in. So you watch to make sure you can slide in there and you go. And then everybody else folds in behind you. But there's people that just sit there and stop and look at it, and they're like sitting there waiting for all the traffic to go. I mean, it keeps everybody from having to stop, but the confused people are problematic. So I'm gonna go over to this other joint. Oh, look at this old car. I wonder if it's real. Go over here and see if we can stick this in a hole to get it to ship out, because you can't take the other place. So I just want to get rid of it. And I had 2 weeks shipping on this order. So I'm shipping super early. I like it like that. I like when I order my stuff, man. I want it like yesterday express. One of those scams I got on Facebook Marketplace. Oh, God. I got a message. It was going to stop. Messy, huh? But I gotta lube my windows again. You believe that? They're making noises. So I hope I should be able to get this thing in the hole over here somewhere. Because there's another postal truck here. I mean, they're gonna deliver Amazon and all of this, but they ought to just order the United States mail 7 days a week and pay these people. They make good money. Okay, so let's let this roll up here. Well, this guy had a hefty bag of packages like he was shipping out for eBay or something. And he didn't know where to put them. And I walked right up. Of course, respecting the 6-foot rule, I walked right up. And he just kind of looked at me and I'm like, are you okay? I said, is it locked up? And I opened the thing and it opened. And he goes, well, is this where you ship packages from? I said, yeah, you lay it in there and you close the door. I said it'll roll over and it dumps it in a bin. And there you have it. So, maybe he was doing it for somebody else, because, I mean, it says right there for parcels. Parcel is a package, right? I always thought it was. But anyway, ooh, I was glad to get that shipped out for that girl. I hope they move it tonight. One post office I used to deal with all the time, shipping like 3 times a day, every day. They actually shipped out 3 times a day, but if you could get it there before 10 in the morning, you get it out on the early one. So, I'm really excited, because California, it takes forever for that stuff to get there. Even though that's smaller and thinner, it usually will end up being shipped priority anyway. They told me that. They said don't pay for priority on small stuff, because it's going to go priority automatically. So, I can send her tracking number, because like I say, I don't send any tracking numbers unless I actually shipped. I'm not doing that. I do not jack with the people. I can tell them. When I give you a tracking number, by God, I really shipped it. It's gone out of my hands. Party's over. And you can be seeing it in just a couple days. So, and actually this one, let's see where we're at on this one. This one should be, and this didn't go priority. It will go priority though, because of the size and the weight. Tracking number. Okay, this one's going to be a little bit slower, but you know, California. Saturday, February 26th. You know how it goes. So, she'll sure be excited, because she just ordered yesterday. And I wanted to ship it yesterday, but I didn't get time to pack it because I was listing stuff on my new bullcrap eBay account. Actually, it's an honest account, but I don't know how they approved me. It's not like all that information disappears. They've banned me, revoked me, and they've tried everything but shipping me to the desert with a camel so many times on eBay and Amazon. Yeah, revoked my passport. Wanted to send me on a real long trip. Wanted to make sure I was out there running in a buffalo herd, hanging out with aborigines, and submerging my head in a fish tank. So, this is such a big trick to get out of it. That thing looks like it's carpet covered. What is the deal with these cars that look like they're carpet covered? That black thing. I've seen a few cars that look like that. And I mean, it looks like, you know, indoor-outdoor carpet or something on there. And if they're gluing indoor-outdoor carpet on there, I mean, really? That's just a scary thought. It's like the drugs must be good, eh? Hey, man. I think I'll put some indoor-outdoor carpet on that. It's black, blue, or green. But anyway, so... glad to get her shipped out. That's awesome. Super awesome. And then I guess one of these factories over here is closing. Oh, the washateria over here on the left is hiring fixers and people that do folding and stuff. I think it's this one that's folding, the Kratos. One of these factories is shutting down. Because they had a buy sign the other day. They were going bye-bye. This Integrity Laundry Services, hiring laundry processors and maintenance techs, which was a fixer, and people that fold laundry, maybe to washers and dryers. They pay really good right there. It's on the left. One of these is shutting down. I'm thinking it's that one back there. I'm surprised that Lockheed opened back up, because that's been like no cars there for just forever. And there was all kinds of cars there the other day. And then they got one over here, they've got it out on the right. I don't know if they're condemning that or rebuilding it or what the heck they're doing. Boy, they're condemning it. They should have got a lot of metal scrap. And it's a sad thing to waste. There's City Produce. They deliver to a lot of the restaurants. I know they used to deliver to the Fudgery at Harbor Mall. My daughter managed there. So, I guess I'll have to pop over and grab a sody pop. A bad thing for me to do. I don't need to be drinking that junk. I couldn't drink it for months. I would get sick from it. So I just have one every once in a while, or like I like it with Mexican food or pizza, but I'm trying not to eat too much pizzas because and I've lost weight too, so it could be good, it could be bad, but I need about 10 more pounds and I'll be straight. So I'm still gonna try to be careful. I used to be a big sugar intake when I was younger, man. I could just eat junk all day long. But it's really hard on your teeth, really hard on your health, and it can put you into diabetes. So you have to be careful. But I'm not a real big time sugar eater anymore. Even Cokes. I'm gonna start doing a hot tea with lemon again. I used to do that years ago when I used to go to the Tudor house and have English stuff in English tea. I do like hot tea if it has a lemon in there. And I don't want cream or sugar or any of that in the mess. Just hot tea, lemon's good. And I have a new tea I gotta try out. Ooh, I tried out this Oriental stuff from Walmart, and I should have vlogged it. They had the shrimp one that's like $2 that you put in the microwave for like 3 minutes. And they had one with shrimp the other day. I bought a broccoli beef and a shrimp one, and it was really, really good. They don't put much in the container, but you know. God, there's so many people here today. Let's see. I'm so tired of having so little gas. Mother of God, the gas is so high. It's almost $4 a gallon. But, yeah, so, surprised Inspirational Nomad hasn't jumped on here. He gets on here usually pretty quick. But anyway, I gotta do some vlogs about Amazon and eBay today, too. So, boy, remind me to fix that window today. I gotta put that stuff in here. So I'm organizing my office. Time is running out. I gotta come out with a giant size amount of money in about a week. I don't know how that's gonna go. Yep, so we'll see what happens. But talked to my brother yesterday on the phone for a little while. I haven't talked to him too very much. And he's got some serious family problems with people with health that are not good. It's so sad. But such is life, you know. Yeah. So he's going through a lot. And I was glad to talk to him for longer than 30 seconds. That was real nice. So, but other than that, it's kind of about it. It's a nice day today, actually. The weather is a little better at night, in the 50s here yesterday, and it should be tonight too, and I think through 3 or 4 more days, which will be really good on the boondocking end of the deal. Because it's been so darn cold, it's been around in the 30s and 40s for like a month. And every once in a while, one day will be like 55 at night. But today, right now, it feels like it's about 70. Light rain there, but cloudy. Waylon Jennings had a foot taken a year before he passed away. Ooh, yuck. I didn't know he was gone. Oh, man. Wow, what a bummer. Yeah, I had my boyfriend's dad years ago was real bad diabetic, the one where you got to shoot up all the time. And we called him the Cookie Monster because he would not stop eating sugar. And let me tell you, that's serious stuff when you do that. My son had diabetes and died from it too. But yeah, so he kept eating sugar, and they started with like a toe, and took that off. They said, well, we got to take the toe off. And I was like, man, you need to go check with somebody else first, get second opinion or something, second or third, before you start cutting the stuff off. It's just like having teeth pulled. Don't do it. The minute you pull one tooth, the rest of your teeth get destroyed. They just fall apart. You need every one of your teeth in your head. You need all your fillings working right because you'll crack your teeth up and they just are gone. So anyway, they did a toe. Then next thing you know, they had to take all the toes off. Then next thing you know, they decided, this time they were gonna take his whole foot off to like the ankle. Then next thing you know, the next surgery is, they're gonna take his whole leg off. And it was like, he lost all that in just a couple years and all kinds of surgeries, and then they went and took the other leg off, and then he was just totally wheelchair ridden. And it was just, he just wanted to die, and he was miserable. Absolutely miserable. So he lived for a little while, but he was really hard to deal with. His wife just, it put her through hell. I was surprised she didn't die because she was in her 80s. And he passed away, and then she lived for a little while, then she passed away. But diabetes is a serious thing. Even if you basically don't have diabetes, you eat a lot of sugar, you make yourself diabetic. And it's not a good thing. That's a fact. It is not a good thing. So, you gotta watch your sugar intake. Even if you're real energetic and go to the gym for 6 hours a day and all that other good stuff, the problem is that sugar is really tough on you. So, yeah. The worst is alcohol because it turns to sugar. That really gets you. That's what Ron basically died of because he went diabetic and he was never diabetic. But that was because of the liquor. And that was the biggest problem we had. He just loved the bar rooms. If you couldn't find him, look at the local bar room. He just would disappear if he was going to the store or whatever he was doing. He would disappear to a bar, and you could never get a hold of him back in those days because, they didn't have car phones and junk, unless you were the mega rich. Very few people had stuff like that back then. But, yeah, so, I don't know. But, it is a pretty day today, I'll tell you that much. Really pretty. I'm gonna run in here and catch a soda. There's 3 people on here. Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? It's one of those inspirational, no man? Let's see, I don't see. Roxanne's probably not going to jump on here because Roxanne's working today for the bank. So, but yeah, but lovely day in the neighborhood today. 64 and 02. Man, that's, really, that's not very old. That's sad. But that guy sure made a mark in his lifetime. That's a fact. Waylon Jennings definitely made a mark in his lifetime. You know what I mean? I don't think people will ever forget him. It's like that song, Waylon and Willie and the Boys. Looking Back, Texas. That's what that is. Yep. Such a pretty day. Thank God. I have to wear a jacket 24 hours a day. I'm just always cold. And I just took this jacket out, and it's the first time in a month. And I'm sure a lot of it's my health, so that doesn't help. So, I know my numbers are going to hit again, and I don't know, I don't watch my pennies. I can't be bidding all the time, but usually when I bid, I win anyway. But, if I feel like it, I'll come back later. I think I got one bid in I got one last night for tonight and the day. I think that's it. So I don't know if I'm going to buy any more today. I'll see how I feel about it. Great music. Kind of his last show was sitting down in concert. Yeah. That one guy that did I think it was Country Mustard. Remember him when he went on stage and he had apparently he had Alzheimer's and he was forgetting all the words and like his daughter or son were there. I think it was his daughter. She was trying to coach him into it because he couldn't remember all the words of the songs he even wrote. It was really, really, really sad. It was about as bad as the last Sinatra concert, which I was supposed to go to with my banker, and we both missed it. And then Sinatra passed away like right after that. I was like, and they said the concert was just crap. You know, I guess Sinatra was so messed up he was forgetting his own stuff. But hell, I went to go see that one with what's his name, one of the last concerts he did at the casino. I had gold tickets and I had a bunch of them and I gave them to really good friends so they could go see him. And he came out in a gold suit and he was singing Georgia and playing the piano. He had two nurses walking out on stage. That was first clue. And he like forgot the words and they were like, oh no, he did that on purpose. I'm like, no, I don't think so. But I mean, the concert was really good. Except he drug on that one song that he was so famous for. Gold LeMay two-piece suit. It was pretty stylish. But yeah, so yeah, so I'm gonna run in here and grab a soda pop real fast. I'm so glad I got that girl shipped out. She's gonna be so happy because she was supposed to be shipped out in 2 weeks. I can make that stuff, so I have to have enough time to make it. But I had one that was actually ready. I do that so I have it ready, so the stuff's like on standby. That way, if I ship real early, it makes it look really good. It helps my record that I've got to make another one of those today. And then I've got to finish one today that I started. And it's a good weather day, so I can open the window in my office, which would be nice, because I got to use really heavy glue. And I guess I'll list some more stuff on eBay. And I'm getting a lot of lookers so far, so that's a good thing. And I was just about to suffocate being on Etsy. It's just so slow. God, it's not as slow as like Bonanza or eBay, but Etsy's bad slow. I was just excited to be on it because it was on Shark Tank and all these people were claiming they were like freaking millionaires selling tons and tons of units on Etsy, and I don't know how I believe them because I don't see Etsy like that. It's not at all like Amazon or eBay. And I mean, eBay is so problematic and so expensive. Amazon's so much better, but I mean, they both sell really well. You turn over a ton of pieces. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. I mean, they could shut me down anytime. That's the only thing. But then maybe they won't. I mean, um, we'll see. So, we'll see what happens. I hope I can keep that account. I just can't list any stuff on there that I've listed on before. Because they say that's another key thing. I got to do a vlog about that and tell you guys about that, what I learned. That triggers when you try to reopen. But like, I haven't been on there in years, but don't think they like deduct that. Don't think they erase it after so many years and stuff. They don't. You have to literally kill your account on eBay. The problem is when you get locked out, you can't kill your account. So, um, it stays there just forever. And anytime you try to apply again, they catch you usually. I mean, I did years ago, and they immediately redlined me as soon as I was putting my information in. They were like, "You were restricted, banned for life. We're going to send you a ticket to the Mojave Desert. We're going to strip you of your social security number." So, I'm going to be right back. I'm going to go grab a soda pulp, and I'll be right back with you guys. Hold on, do your underwears. Oh, so that was funny. These people are so funny over here. This one girl, she that's working there new, is the daughter of this other girl that works there, and they were both there, the mom and daughter. And she's so sweet. And her mom's freaking riot. But I said, "Oh, you got a new girl over here today?" And she goes, "Yeah, that's my daughter." And I said, "Oh, and I've seen her kids before. They're kind of grown." And but I wasn't sure. And "Yeah, that's my daughter." I'm like, "Right on." So she has just humongous boobs. I mean, the size of your head boobs. And I looked over the counter and I said, you know, being in the entertainment business, when you're dressing entertainers and strippers and all that other stuff, we're pretty raucous folks. And I said, "Man, that girl's built." I said, "Are you like that?" Because I've never noticed her to be like that. And I kind of bent over the counter. She was doing some book work. And she goes, "Not really." And I said, "Whoa." And she goes, "Yeah, isn't that something?" I said, "I know." I said, "My youngest daughter's the same way, big old boobers." And it's like, where does that stuff come from? You know? So funny. It must be skipping some generation, or I don't know. Somebody told me to, if they eat chicken a lot, that because they put so many steroids in chicken, that's why a lot of girls are getting boobs. And I don't know how true that is, or we'd all be eating it, right? Ray Charles, yeah, it was Ray Charles. Boy, was that a great concert. That was so wonderful. And then they gave me the beautiful flower setting on the table that we were sitting at, and I served a dinner with it. And it was really nice. It was at the casino at Lady Luck in Tunica. But I was invited to lots of concerts. I had like 15 free gold tickets for somebody I didn't even never heard of. And it was so funny because when I bragged about it, somebody said, "Are you kidding? I would kill to go see them." I'm like, "Man, I never heard of them." I called my baby sister and said, "You ever heard of this person?" And I was like, "Ask your kids if they ever heard of them." And they're kind of popular now, and I can't think of the name of them. It's like, who wants to see that? And there's some young guy that's like country. And I was like, I've never heard of him. But yeah, that was a really, really nice concert in a big giant banquet room. It was really neat. Really super fun. But I used to get a lot of comps and stuff. I had gold cards at most of the casinos in Tunica, most of them. And because I'm a real lucky person. I'm truly the, a lucky person, the original Lady Luck. But I don't play on scared money. I'm just not that one. That's a really bad thing to get into. And when you go in with money, you need to remember that you may not come out with that money. And I think there's something in the music that's subliminal to try to make you spend all the money. In fact, I don't drink, so that's the first plus, because if you drink, you'll spend it all back. So it's like work for me when I go in. You know, I've done crap tables for 8 hours and made a huge amount of money and stuff. You just don't drink and you pay attention to everything. So that's how I've always made my big money. But yeah, so yeah, that Ray Charles show was outrageous. Yeah. So I wish I could think of the name of that guy singer that does country. Oh, I know what it was. It was called Kid Rock. And I got all these gold tickets from the casino for Kid Rock. And I'm like, what the hell is that? And I called my baby sister and asked her if she ever heard of Kid Rock. She said no. I said, well, ask your kids if they heard of Kid Rock. And her kids were like 20 and 23 at that time or something like that. And she asked them, they never heard of Kid Rock. So I was up in Bama one day, a couple years later, and was talking in the dressing room, and they were like, oh, I would have killed for those tickets. And I'm like, I've never heard of Kid Rock. I said, it didn't strike me at all. I kind of wondered why they used somebody that wasn't even a headliner. did that song all summer long. I don't know. I can't get over how nice the weather is today, and I got so much work to do. Oh my gosh. I've about got stuff organized in my office. I got a little bit more to do. And then my friends will be here from Ohio. Either today or tomorrow. They should have been here today. I guess I'll have to call them and see what's up. And then, I'll list some more stuff on eBay today. I gotta do some vlogs. I really gotta do some vlogs on how to get, you know, a bogus account on Amazon and how to do it on eBay. But, so that, you know, we can help people. Because there's a lot of those vlogs on YouTube. They're just bogus. They make you sit through 35 minutes of bull crap of them bragging how good they are. And they don't even get to the point. I'm just trying to use up that airtime and make some money. Me, I like to give you the facts. The only time I'm using up airtime is sitting here just rapping with you. I'm not going to jack you around forever till you get to the good part. You know what I mean? And really, I need to be on more. I just haven't had time. As normally, I will live at least once a day. But I've been busting my butt so hard working for like $0.00 because I can't quit working. Got to keep trying. And the only thing is, it's like doing homework and extra homework. It's like, you know, you're already ready. If the money's going to come, you're ready. So you can ship right away and stuff. So, like I say, that one I just shipped out, I've got to turn on and make another one right away because I've got that stuff listed in different places. So you never know where they sell. I've got a lot of lookers on eBay so far. I've only been on a couple days. But let's see if I catch some cool sales. I looked at the pricing and it was really high on eBay compared to my products. So I kind of went about that price. But I'll probably end up lowering it by the day to see what starts running. So, yes, I'm ready, taking 30 minutes to explain something that's fine. I know. I watched one where it says how to get back on Amazon. You know, when you've been banned, barred, and forbidden. And this young guy, he talks, it was like an hour-long vlog. And it was like, when is he going to get to the facts? You know what I mean? When? And you know, I am getting tired of listening to all this bull crap of, well, you know, if you did this, you're not going to do that. And if you did this, you know, it's not going to pass. And well, we know all that. And he goes on and on for like an hour. There's that new Bronco. See that gray looking thing? I don't know how good that's going to be. But anyway, they look really ugly though. I like the 70s Broncos. I had a boyfriend who had one. I used to drive it all the time. He never would drive it. He had like a 71 or 73. I used to work on it too. But, anyway, back in the days when you could take a garden hose and just hose out the car. But anyway, yeah, he goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. And it was like, now I start skipping through his video because I can't take anymore. I'm trying to find out where the info is. And then, you know, I get to towards the end. We used to have a 90s Bronco too. Yeah, they're pretty wild. There's some serious. I mean, they're way better than a Jeep. It's unfortunate a Jeep just turned into a pile of caca. But they sold out since, and I think they just stopped making them. I can't remember if they've stopped making them or not. But they've sold out to, like, I think 2 different companies. But anyway, so this guy gets to, like, I mean, I get to the end of the log. I'm still not finding the info, so I back it up a little bit. And it's like the last sentence. All he says is, so basically you can't get, you know, another account. One sentence at the end of the log. Really, you drug me through the mud for an hour playing games, and it says how to get back on Amazon. You know, no problem. When you've been thrown away and excommunicated. He lied. I hate that scammy lie stuff. Hummers are really bad. Boy, let me tell you, want to buy a really crappy car? I have a few friends that have bought them and really thought they were nifty. Those cars are seriously problematic mechanic-wise. They are really, really bad. Bad, bad, bad design. Neat vehicle. The other problem I have with them is they're entirely too wide for the roads. If you look at them, they don't even fit in the lane. So why are you selling a car like that? You know? But I have friends that have them and I just love them. I paid big money for them. But they're just really poor investment. They're kind of like Beamers and Mercedes, all this new Beamers and new Mercedes are just garbage. Because it's just, you need to just open your wallet and empty it into the car because that's all you're going to end up doing. You just constantly turning a wrench on it. And it costs money to repair those suckers. I mean, it's expensive on Lexus and you got to meet the maintenance on them. But remember, all the Lexus is the name. It's a gold-plated Toyota. That's all it is. And they can last forever and you can do a lot of your own work. But don't buy it unless you know how to work on them. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I've had friends that really dig those Hummers, but it is very problematic. The worst is Jeep. You know how many people I've known that had Jeeps? And I'm talking like the 80s, 90s, in the early 2000s. They're nothing but a problem. They're horrible, horrible, problematic cars. I always wanted a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Always did. Especially around 2000. And I went to a couple dealers. I tried to buy one. It was black, which is a really bad car color. But it had all the stuff on it, man. Everything. It had the really good hitch on it. A hitch kit that came with it. And it had a sunroof, moonroof, and all that cool stuff. And a friend of mine was going to sign on it for me, and the deal ended up not going through, and God, I was making so much money. And I really wanted that car, but I guess it was a blessing because they were very problematic cars. I had two friends, they had the exact same year as that one I was test driving and looking at and doing the deal on. And they had terrible, terrible mechanic problems. And it was really hard to get anybody to work on them because people can't work on them. I don't know. That's all I know was what I read in the newspaper, you know what I mean? It's not like I ever had one. Now, I have driven a couple of them. I had a friend of mine used to loan me her old 80s one, which I really thought it was the neatest thing in the world. But, and she wouldn't sell it to me. I really wanted that car because it would remind me a lot of the old Bronco that Carvel had. I used to drive all the time. He sold that for dirt cheap, and God, if that thing had 3,000 miles on it, it would be unreal. He just bought it to ride in the backwoods in Arkansas, when he had time. He never had time to do that. I used to take the dogs out, and we'd ride in the woods. And then when we got back, we just hosed it out with a garden hose. It was real simple. They had that four-wheel drive and all that stuff, You had to get out, you had to turn the hubs and then move it a couple feet, see if they were working. And then turn the hubs again, and then move it a couple feet, see if you get them all working. And once you got it on, it was really moving. You can drive through water and mud and all kinds of stuff because it gets wet back there in that rainforest. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a really awesome day today because it's a lovely day in the neighborhood here. It is absolutely beautiful weather. It looks a little funky, kind of overcasting a little bit, but it's just beautiful. We might have a 5-minute rain today. You know how Florida is. 5-minute rains. But anyway, hope you guys have a really great one. I love you. Looked up the house and the price and what it looks like. Yeah. And do something kind for a stranger. And I will see you on the next one. Love you.